Yo, that's fire. No, seriously, this NFT is actually... Welcome to 2022, where on day one, we kick the year off with a monster NFT bull market. Several of the projects on my buy list, which is only available to my Patreon members, have done anywhere from a 3 to 12x in the last 2 months. And just about every single A or B graded project on my NFT calendar has minted and then done exceptionally well. It feels pretty normal to see a new NFT project with a 1 to 2 Ethereum floor. All in all, the NFT market is unbelievably hot right now, so let's hop in and check out what I'm doing to stay on top of the game. In the last few videos, I've talked about how the NFT market trading volume has been on a steady decline since its peak back in August, and then in December, we actually had a up month, and now in January, we are only halfway through the month, yet we are actually on pace to break all-time highs for the most trading activity in any month ever. With so much NFT trading volume, we have to ask, why is that? But why? Why? Number one, as long as I've been in the NFT space, it really seems like there is at least some correlation between the crypto markets and the NFT markets. When crypto is down, like we've seen for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many altcoins in the last 45 days, a lot of that money tends to flow over to the NFT space, and we see NFT floors and just trading volume in general spike. The simple theory here is that investors are just moving their money back and forth between these two different markets to ride whatever's hot. So when crypto is down bad right now, like it is 40% off the all-time highs, it's not much of a surprise that investors are liquidating some of their crypto funds and moving them into NFTs. Currently, the NFT space is still quite small on a relative scale, so when the opposite happens and when the crypto markets start to run, NFT volume dries up and a lot of these floor prices can crash very quickly. I'm talking sometimes 80% drops in a matter of a couple days or even a week. But because this seems to work pretty much both ways, right now we are on the uptrend, and as you can see with Doodles right here, 2 months ago when I put this on my buy list on November 5th, the floor price was 1.3 Ethereum. Today it's sitting at 11.3 Ethereum floor, which is an 8x or roughly a $40,000 return on investment. And this isn't the only project that's seen major growth in the last 2 months. Look at Cool Cats, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and Neo Tokyo. These are 4 high-priced, established blue chip NFTs that have also doubled or better in that time frame. And a 2x might not sound crazy to you if you're in the NFT space, but let's be honest here, a 2x from 16 Ethereum to 32 Ethereum is a significant amount of money. The second reason that the NFT market is probably blowing up right now is because of Asia. In the last 90 days, data suggests that there is a lot more search traffic and interest in NFTs coming from Eastern countries and a lot of Asian countries as well. As you can see here, search interest for consumers looking up NFTs is most popular in China, Singapore, and Venezuela. 2 new products that have done insanely well since launching are Fanta Bear and Momfters, excuse me for the pronunciation there, both of which have originated in Asia. Fanta Bear was actually launched by a popular Taiwanese singer named Jay Chou. I expect we will see this trend continue with more popular collections dropping from media superstars and Asian celebrities, further pushing NFTs to the mainstream. And this doesn't just go for Asia, it goes for the entire world. As more people and different cultures and different countries get involved and interested in NFTs, the volume is going to grow. The third reason that the NFT market is super hot fire is because at the end of each year, investors like to do tax loss harvesting, which simply means that they sell positions they have at a loss to book that loss against their taxable income. In other words, if you have an NFT that is down bad and down 80%, like I said before, you can sell that NFT and take all those losses on, which then lowers the amount of income you have, and therefore you'd pay less taxes. The benefit here right now with NFTs specifically and also with crypto is there's no wash rule, which basically says you could sell that NFT, take the loss, and then immediately buy that NFT back for the same price, almost like you never sold it in the first place, but you book that loss on your taxes. In the traditional markets like the stock market, you have to wait 30 days after you sell that stock to buy it back, or that tax loss doesn't count. But with such a small space, if just a handful of people start doing this, this can cascade the floor price of many projects pretty quickly. Then paper hand holders start panicking and selling their NFTs and undercutting the floor. Next thing you know, know, your whole project's down 90% and in the gutter. I don't think this is the most prevalent reason for why in Q4 NFTs were down. I think because crypto was running in October, like we said before, it's the inverse for NFTs, so they were drowning a bit in the lack of volume. But I also think that this tax loss harvesting probably contributed at least a little bit of the sell-off. As soon as the new year rolled around, all these investors started hopping back into the space. As you can see, in the first 2 weeks of January, the volume has been, like we said before, possibly one of the all-time highest. Point number 4, why the NFT market's so hot right now, is that we can also see that the users in the NFT space is still steadily growing. In fact, the growth has actually picked up a bit this month as we approach 1 million active users on the most popular NFT marketplaces. I think over the holiday season, it's possible that a lot of NFT investors talked about all their juicy gains with their family, and you know what happens after that. The best marketing for anything, including new technologies like NFTs, is word of mouth. Nothing says buy me quite like a $10,000 brag to your younger cousin who is currently working a part-time job at McDonald's just to pay his college tuition. I know if my cousins came over to me and said, yo, I just made 10 grand on this picture of a Doge, I'd probably be pretty interested in looking up how the heck they did that. So take all these factors and add them to better projects, better teams, and even better art, and it becomes pretty obvious why the NFT space is flourishing at this moment. But I don't think this is going to last forever. When crypto decides to start running again, like we talked about earlier, I could see the volume drying up a bit in the NFT space, and that might present a really good opportunity for us to buy some great projects at a lower price. This is natural ebb and flow, and this is going to happen a bunch more times over the course of the next several years as the NFT space grows. Our goal is simply to ride the big waves at the right time, and this brings me right into my current strategy. Unless I plan to hold a NFT project for longer than 6 months, I believe that taking profits is a smart thing to do when the data tells me to. So, for example, right now might be a good time to smack that sell button, and it's an even better time to smack that like button while you're at it. Nobody ever went broke taking profits, and nobody was ever mad about hitting that like button. I personally have sold a few NFTs that I've held for months in the last week, and I've also flipped a couple new whitelist mints because the market's just so hot, you gotta take some of those gains while they're there. I also plan to list a few more NFTs this week as I try to get more liquid for some of these upcoming major projects. The thing is, some of the NFTs I'm holding right now, like Frontier Game and the Black Box, I bought it at 1.13 Ethereum, and it's currently selling for around 3.5 Ethereum. And even though I believe in this game and this team and want to hold this NFT for much longer, it's very hard to not take the profits when they're on the table, especially because certain games like this are going to take a long time to develop. So I believe there'll be more chances to buy back into this project in the coming months. Like I said, I think it's important to have some liquidity so that you can buy into some of these new projects, because I really do think some of these look quite promising. And I believe with how much the space is growing, it's only a matter of time before we see even more real innovation that will bring even more demand to the space. Competition breeds creativity, innovation, and user benefits. With the amount of new projects releasing pretty much daily, I believe there's going to be a lot of new competition, which is going to be helpful for the space. And there's even more competition amongst the investors as more and more tools are being built to help investors find great deals and flip them for profit. One of those projects is one I'm co-founder of, that's NFT HUD, which I definitely recommend you check out in this card up here or in the link down below if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. In the next few weeks, I'll show you guys some videos on how I use our platform to find and make some great deals and also flip some NFTs for money. I'm super excited for this year, and there's a lot to be excited about if you're in the NFT space this early. And don't discredit that, because you really are quite early. I would say even prehistoric is how early we are right now. In fact, we're so early that it might be too early to get some of these projects at the right time. So just keep all that in mind and be smart, be safe out there, and most importantly, be selective. We'll see you guys all next time. Have a fantastic day.